If you follow basketball, your feed has likely been flooded with newly restored, high-definition Michael Jordan highlight footage. These compilations present a problem. They treat a mid-November regular season dunk the exact same way they treat a championship-clinching buzzer beater. We are building a rigorous framework to evaluate these plays based on strategic weight rather than aesthetic spectacle. Michael Jordan serves as the ultimate test case for this analytical approach. We measure historical weight by the risk and the consequences of the choices a player makes when a game is on the line. Jordan's career provides an enormous dataset, including 28 documented game-winning shots. This timeline visualizes those moments, grouped by specific situation: regular season, playoffs, and finals. There is a massive disparity in historical weight here. When we dim the routine wins, we're left with only a few shots taken during elimination games or the finals. We analyze these through a clutch calculus framework, weighing the tactical and physical risk of a play against the survival of a championship run. Applying this ROI equation allows us to identify the moments of true strategic mastery and filter out the plays that are just visually impressive. We can use the 1989 shot against Cleveland as a baseline for athletic isolation. This play required immense physical input. He navigated a hard double team, hanging in the air at the foul line to outlast the defender's reach. The outcome was the first buzzer-beating series win in a winner-take-all NBA playoff game. This was a low-percentage gamble. It relied on an unsustainable physical peak to bail out a broken play, carrying a high risk of failure if the double team had succeeded. The 1997 finals demonstrate a more mature approach to this calculus. In Game 6 against the Utah Jazz, the Bulls had the ball in the final seconds with the championship on the line. Utah sent John Stockton to double-team Jordan, attempting to force a contested shot. Jordan bypassed the isolation play and passed to an open teammate. That pass resulted in a high-percentage 17-foot jumper by Steve Kerr. The play secured Jordan's 5th NBA title. Relinquishing individual glory for a mathematically superior shot creates a significantly higher tactical ROI than forcing a low-percentage highlight. We can also evaluate moments where the body was pushed to its absolute limits, starting with the 1997 flu game. Jordan played 44 minutes with a 103-degree fever and severe dehydration. He finished with 38 points to prevent a 3-2 series deficit. The 1998 Finals Game 6 sequence represents the ultimate combination of physical exertion and tactical execution. The sequence began with a massive defensive input, a blindside steal in the low post. Jordan made that read against Karl Malone to regain possession. He then chose to forego a timeout, embracing the chaos of transition to hit the game-winning crossover and shot on exhausted 35-year-old legs. This combination of defensive anticipation and perfect offensive execution under physical duress yields the highest possible ROI. We can now plot these plays on an objective scale. This quadrant chart allows us to map out the footage. The 1989 shot sits in the high-effort, moderate-leverage quadrant. The 1997 Kerr pass and the 1998 steal land in the top-tier quadrant. Based on this calculus, the plays where tactical discipline and defensive pressure directly facilitated the final score consistently yield the highest strategic return. If you are looking for pure spectacle, prioritize the early career footage. Matches against historic rivals like Larry Bird highlight Jordan's unrefined athletic isolation. For those interested in how championships are secured through efficiency, focus entirely on the late 90s finals. These plays often lack vertical flash and rely on floor-bound tactics, but they yielded the hardware. When you watch the Top 50 compilation, evaluate the historical weight of the choices being made as the clock hits 0.